About 20 minutes from our location in Niagara Falls is St. Catharines, home to Brock University, with its more than 18,000 students. In those numbers, those students could be a potent voting bloc in this election were they to vote. But they won't all vote. In 2011, the last federal election, we know that barely 30% of young Canadians bothered to cast a ballot. I want you to meet someone who's working to change that this time around, not on behalf of any one political party, but on behalf of the Canadian Alliance of Student Associations. Antonio Sergi, thanks for meeting us out here on this beautiful day. Can't see on campus because I'm not seeing any campaign signs or anything, so it's hard to know that there's even an election going on right now.
Yes.
But you know this better than I can see. What's the election vibe on campus?
Oh, spirits are definitely up for the elections this year. I think a lot of students are starting to realize that any party could really take it. So we kind of hit them with the excitement once they head inside.
Okay.
What
are you doing inside? What's your campaign to boost that interest level, boost the engagement?
Absolutely. So we have a space on campus called the Advocacy Hub, and at that location, as well as at all of our events and extracurriculars, we're collecting pledges to vote. And that's something that was brought to us by the Canadian Alliance of Student Associations under a campaign called Get Out the Vote. With that campaign, we're trying to tell students not only how to register and where their polling stations are, but also why voting in this election is so important. So we are planning to do a all candidates debate as well, which is on October 5th, and that'll allow all students to see the variety of opinions from all the candidates and ask questions. I think students are starting to realize how important this election really is. This election can really shape the way that Canada looks towards students for the next 4 to 8 years.
What are the main issues as you see them here?
Absolutely. So accommodation for our Aboriginal students is one of our top priorities and something that the Canadian Alliance of Student Associations is focused on, as well as making sure the university is accessible and affordable to our international students. We're a campus that we pull from a lot from outside of the Niagara area as well as internationally, so making sure that they're comfortable here, and as well as making sure that the infrastructure exists, not only in terms of digital infrastructure, but also any way of getting students here on campus and making sure that they're safe and successful once they're here.
I'm not hearing a lot of the leaders talking about those issues. Are you?
Not yet, but that's why we're really excited for the debate here, so we can be very specific with the candidates to what the student interests are.
What you're doing here on campus is not in isolation. There are similar kinds of efforts going on across the country. What impact do you hope to have?
If there's one message that we can get out to the students, it's that regardless of where you affiliate, regardless of who your favorite candidate is, get informed, find out where to go and vote, and actually have your voice heard. In the last election, the difference between the majority and minority government was just over 6,200 votes. So on a campus of over 18,000, I really feel as though the student voice can be heard very loudly here.
So what are you going to do on election day? It's all very well and good to talk to them on this day and get them thinking about things, but what are you going to make sure that they get out to vote?
Hopefully providing a shuttle for resident students to get to the closest station, as well as just making sure that they know that this is election day. With the pledges that we're collecting, we're also collecting emails with a signature, so we'll be doing an email blast to all students who pledge to vote, just reminding them of the obligation that they made.
You've got to get out the vote mobilization just like the parties individually. That's
Absolutely.
Interesting. Well, I thought it was fun as I was reading about Brock, and here he is, the name, named after Sir Isaac Brock, and his great last words when he was dying, Surgite, push
Yes.
on. That's what you're doing in the face of this challenge. You're pushing on.
And hopefully that push will lead to a bigger vote engagement from our youth demographic.
I hope so. Best of luck with it. Thanks
Thank you very
lot.
much.